New here at 11, the former Goodman Community Center Vice President of Business and Finance, accused of spending more than $600,000 of the organization's funds for personal use, made his initial appearance in Dane County Court this morning. 42-year-old Dane Powell appeared in court without an attorney. A signature bond was set at $500 per case, with conditions that Powell has no contact with the Goodman Community Center, and he may not use or possess any financial documents that are not legally allowed or issued in his name. Powell faces 9 felony charges, including 2 charges of forgery. A status conference for Powell is scheduled for April 7th.